I want you to be okay in there, Mike. And I want you got to take him serious, Mike, because
I take him extremely serious. I take him extremely serious. These people don't take him serious.
Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul's fight delivered plenty of drama, but it's what happened afterward that's truly shocking. Just hours after leaving the ring, Tyson ended up in the hospital. Was it the result of the fight, an unexpected health scare, or something else entirely? Tyson's near-death experience. Netflix just dropped the last set of episodes from the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul series, and they're packed with all the post-fight moments fans have been waiting to see. Tyson didn't make it to the post-fight press conference. He was already on his way to the hospital. This was all under the guidance of the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulations, who had been keeping a close eye on his health. They'd required multiple rounds of tests before the fight to make sure everything was in check and things didn't look great after he stepped out of the ring. During the fight, his corner noticed he was dealing with serious back pain, which only got worse as things went on. By the 7th and 8th rounds, it was clear Tyson wasn't himself. His punches were weak, his balance was off, and his movements looked unsteady. Even Jake Paul noticed something was wrong. After the fight, he shared how he could see Tyson struggling in those final rounds. Trainers were doing everything they could to keep him going, but Tyson wasn't in great shape. The fight ended without a knockout, and apparently Tyson left straight from the ring to the hospital, skipping the press event entirely. His trainers, Rafael Cordero and another team member, stood in for him at the media briefing. Honestly, this situation just shows just how tough this sport can be, even for legends like Tyson. Now his fans have been wondering whether he should really consider another fight or just call it a day. And you know what's even more heartbreaking is the fact that Tyson has long been battling severe sciatica, which had him in a wheelchair not long before the fight. It's news like this that's raising eyebrows about how the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulations handled their decision to approve the match. Fans are also questioning Jake Paul's role, with some saying he should have reconsidered stepping into the ring with someone in Tyson's condition. Tyson himself opened up about how close he came to disaster while training for the fight, saying he almost died preparing for it. Despite his best efforts, the 31-year age difference between him and Paul became painfully obvious as the fight went on. Tyson's movements slowed, and his struggle to keep up turned what was supposed to be an epic showdown into a sobering reminder of his physical limits. Tyson, 58 years old, went head-to-head with Paul for 8 two-minute rounds in front of a packed Dallas Cowboy Stadium. Jake Paul might have taken the win on points, but the fight came with its fair share of drama before, during, and after. Fans had already been questioning whether Tyson, at his age, should have been in the ring in the first place. To add to that, Paul admitted he went easy on Tyson during the fight because he didn't want to cause any serious harm. But what's even shocking is that Tyson revealed he'd lost half his blood just months before the fight. Let that sink in, half his blood. So Tyson didn't hold back in his social media posts. He explained how back in June he went through 8 blood transfusions after a major health scare. On top of that, he lost 25 pounds, around 11 kilograms, and had to claw his way back to health just to make it to fight night. But I had no regrets. I fought to get healthy so I could fight, and that was my win. Say what you want about the match, but you've got to respect that kind of determination. For Tyson, this fight clearly wasn't just about him. It was about giving his kids a chance to see him in action. My kids didn't get to see me fight during my prime, he shared. Jake Paul even chimed in, replying to Tyson's post with a simple, "Thank you." Now you can imagine that the shocking news of Mike Tyson needing 8 blood transfusions before his fight with Jake Paul has left fans and pundits stunned. Many are questioning how the Texas Athletic Commission allowed the fight to happen in the first place. Sports Illustrated's Chris Mannix even took to X to call them out. Tyson and Paul were originally scheduled to face off on July 20, but the bout was delayed after Tyson suffered a stomach ulcer flare-up in June. Things were so bad that Tyson reportedly needed medical attention mid-flight after experiencing nausea and dizziness. Despite not fighting in nearly 2 decades, clips of Tyson crushing pads during his workouts had fans hyped for the matchup, hoping to see the heavyweight legend pull off one last knockout. But that knockout moment never came. As for Jake Paul, you can't deny that the 27-year-old dominated the fight. However, Paul later revealed he intentionally pulled his punches in the later rounds because he didn't want to cause serious harm to Tyson. By that point, Tyson had visibly slowed down. He had strapping on his leg and was clearly fatigued as the 8-round match dragged on. After the fight, Paul wasted no time calling out his next potential opponent, Mexican boxing superstar Saul Canelo Alvarez. He's eager to keep fighting and even expressed interest in another match soon. Tyson, on the other hand, wasn't shy about throwing his own challenge into the mix, teasing a potential showdown with Jake's older brother, Logan Paul. Jake Paul's professional record now sits at 12 wins and 1 loss, his only defeat coming from Tommy Fury last year. But not everyone is buying the hype around Paul's career. AFL veteran Scott Pendlebury didn't hold back on social media, calling Paul a con job and claiming he could beat him in just 2 rounds. Meanwhile, boxing legend Andre Ward weighed in during Netflix's coverage, discussing what Jake should do next to take his career to the next level. The consensus from fans: Paul needs to step into the ring with someone closer to his age who isn't past their prime. Another dramatic opinion came from Nico Ali Walsh, the grandson of Muhammad Ali, who didn't hold back in his criticism. Posting on X, he wrote, "Jake Paul is an embarrassment to this sport. If my grandfather was still around, Paul would call him out. Absolutely no shame. Love you, Mike." And that's not all. Broadcaster Stephen A. Smith chimed in too, saying it's time for Jake to face someone who's an actual challenge. No more basketball players, MMA strikers, or old men. He's good enough. Make it happen. Despite the backlash, there's no denying people tuned in. According to Netflix, over 60 million households around the world watched the fight. But was it Tyson's name and legacy that sold the event more than the matchup itself? With millions watching, the fight delivered spectacle. But was it all just for show, celebrity match, or real fight? Is there more to the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight than what we saw? Fans sure seem to think so. And honestly, with all the buzz online, it's hard to ignore the wild theories going around. After Jake Paul defeated the legendary Mike Tyson, there's only one question on everyone's mind. Was it all rigged? You already know the fight went the full 8 rounds, and while Tyson held his ground, Paul clearly scored better according to the judges. But here's where it gets fishy. Mike Tyson, known for his ferocity, started strong in round 1, looking every bit like the heavyweight beast we've come to expect. Then came round 3, where Paul landed a clean left hook to Tyson's temple, and everything shifted. From that point on, Tyson just wasn't himself. His pace slowed to a crawl, and those brutal, fight-ending punches we all expected, nowhere to be seen. It was a bizarre contrast to the training clips we saw before the fight, where Tyson's speed and power looked as sharp as ever. The numbers told the same story. Tyson landed only 18 punches out of 97 attempts, while Paul racked up 78 out of 278. That's a lot more than just an off night, right? Of course, the internet had thoughts, lots of them. Many are convinced the fight was staged, especially since this isn't Jake Paul's first time dealing with rigged fight accusations. Remember his matches with Mike Perry, Nate Diaz, Tyrone Woodley twice, and Anderson Silva? Same doubts, same drama. Paul's only loss came at the hands of a real boxer, Tommy Fury, so fans were sure Tyson would do the same. Turns out he didn't. NFL Hall of Famer Michael Irvin didn't hold back. According to him, there was supposedly a clause in the contract that banned Tyson from using his deadly body shot uppercut combo. Yeah, you heard that right. Irvin even hinted that neither Tyson nor Paul really planned to go all out against each other. A gentleman's agreement in a boxing match? Sounds sketchy, doesn't it? Meanwhile, DJ Whoo Kid had a spicy take on social media, reminding everyone this wasn't a real deal boxing match, but a celebrity showdown. He even joked that if Tyson had hit Paul for real, Paul might not have made it out of the ring, and flipping the script, Whoo Kid also claimed Paul could have done some serious damage to Tyson, given the age gap. Basically, both were apparently pulling their punches for safety. But it doesn't stop there. Ebro Darden, the popular radio host, went full detective mode in a video breakdown. He pointed out moments in the fight that he believes proved Tyson was holding back. He highlighted a key moment at the end of round 1 where Paul wrapped Tyson up, whispered something in his ear, and Tyson gave him a friendly back tap, like a signal to take it easy. If true, that's a move straight out of a soap opera. Of course, speed had to jump in too. During a chat at Complex Con 2024 in Las Vegas, he threw shade at Jake Paul's boxing form, calling it weak and saying Paul doesn't protect himself the way a proper boxer would. Speed even claimed he could knock Paul out himself. However, heavyweight MMA and boxing champ Francis Ngannou kept it real and heartfelt. He admitted it hurt to watch a legend like Mike Tyson lose to Jake Paul. Ngannou didn't think Paul was even remotely on Tyson's level, adding that it felt wrong to see the 58-year-old icon in this kind of position. A clear case of respect for Iron Mike from one powerhouse to another. Former NBA player Gilbert Arenas brought up an idea that might just break the internet: a tribute round for Tyson. Arenas argued that fans deserve to see the real Tyson in action. His signature moves, the relentless uppercuts after those classic side weaves. Arenas pointed out that none of this vintage Tyson energy was visible during the fight, leaving fans disappointed and suspicious about what really went down. Even boxing legend Roy Jones Jr. couldn't stay quiet about the Tyson-Paul fight. As someone who shared the ring with Iron Mike, Jones had a unique perspective, and he wasn't exactly buying what went down. Jones, who was Tyson's last opponent back in 2020, pointed out that the Tyson he saw against Jake Paul wasn't the same fighter he faced. He didn't jump on the rigged train like others have, but he did raise an eyebrow at how off Tyson looked. According to Jones, something was clearly holding Tyson back from unleashing his full potential. Coming from a multiple Fight of the Year recipient and someone who knows Tyson's style up close, that's a statement worth paying attention to. Was Tyson just having an off night, or was there more going on behind the scenes? The fight might not have delivered on expectations, but let's be honest, Tyson and Paul probably aren't losing sleep over it. After all, their payday was massive. Paul and Tyson's massive paydays. A TNT Stadium was packed to the brim, with Jake Paul's most valuable promotions boasting a record-breaking live gate of $17.8 million. That number shattered the previous Texas record set by Canelo Alvarez and Billy Joe Saunders in 2021. And that's just the beginning. Add in Netflix's licensing fee and a portion of other revenue streams, and both fighters are cashing in big. While MVP and the Texas Athletic Commission kept their lips sealed about the exact payouts, recent reports and public chatter give us a pretty good idea. The numbers are insane, to say the least. So while fans debate whether the fight was rigged or real, Tyson and Paul are laughing all the way to the bank. Jake Paul might not have knocked out Mike Tyson as promised, but his wallet still took home a knockout-worthy prize. During a pre-fight press conference, Paul casually mentioned, "I'm here to make $40 million and knock out a legend." He didn't deliver on the KO, but the paycheck? Pretty safe to say he hit that mark. It makes sense. While Tyson is the bigger name in boxing history, Paul's the one pulling the bigger crowds these days. Plus, as one of the masterminds behind the event through Most Valuable Promotions, Paul had his hands on more than just gloves. And don't start feeling bad for Iron Mike either. The 58-year-old legend didn't walk away empty-handed. Let's just say both fighters probably have more than enough to keep the lights on. Mike Tyson wasn't too chatty about his payday, but he made one thing clear: this fight wasn't about the money. "This fight is not going to change my life financially," he told reporters. "This is what I want to do. This is me. I'm seeking my glory." But let's not kid ourselves. Glory with an 8-figure purse is a pretty sweet deal. According to Henry Cejudo, Tyson's buddy and former MMA champ, the boxing legend walked away with around $20 million. Not too bad for 8 rounds of work, right? Sure, Tyson might not need the cash at this stage in his career, but that kind of payday doesn't hurt. Mike Tyson's net worth has been on a roller coaster ride that could rival any of his fights. Back in his prime, several media outlets estimated Tyson's fortune at over $400 million. Lavish spending, bad financial decisions, and personal controversies, including the infamous ear-biting incident in 1997 and a 1995 rape conviction, took a serious toll on his finances. By 2003, Tyson was forced to file for bankruptcy, with the New York Times reporting he was $23 million in debt. But Tyson's story didn't end there. Over the years, he clawed his way out of financial ruin. Paid appearances, brand endorsements, and his highly successful cannabis business helped him rebuild, and prior to his fight with Jake Paul, Tyson's net worth was sitting at around $10 million. Thanks to his $20 million payday from the Paul fight, Tyson's net worth has now jumped to an impressive $30 million. Sure, it's a far cry from the $400 million he once had, but it's proof of his ability to bounce back. Coming to Jake Paul's rise to fame and fortune, it has not been short of adventures either. According to Celebrity Net Worth, his net worth was estimated at around $80 million just days before his fight with Mike Tyson. Paul's journey started with viral videos on the now defunct app Vine, where his comedic sketches earned him a massive following. When Vine shut down, Jake seamlessly transitioned to YouTube, where his content continued to blow up. His success didn't stop there. Paul caught the attention of Disney Channel and landed a role in the teen series Bizaardvark. But controversy soon followed. In 2017, Disney ended its relationship with Jake after some of his YouTube antics became a bit, let's just say, not very Disney-friendly. That didn't slow him down, though. If anything, it added to his notoriety, helping him build an empire across social media, music, and now boxing. But Jake Paul didn't just stumble into celebrity boxing, he followed in the footsteps of his older brother Logan Paul. Logan kicked off the trend back in 2018 with his fight against English influencer KS1, and Jake quickly jumped in to take the concept to new heights. Since then, Jake's been squaring off against a lineup of opponents who, let's be real, aren't exactly in their prime. From MMA legends like Nate Diaz, Tyrone Woodley, and Anderson Silva to retired NBA player Nate Robinson, Jake has made a habit of taking on fighters from other sports or past their peak years. His one bout against a boxer in his age group, Tommy Fury, didn't go as planned and handed Jake his first ever loss. With such high-stake players, it doesn't come as a surprise that the match also set the betting world on fire. According to ESPN, the fight became one of the most wagered-on events in recent memory. They even revealed that it broke all previous records for both boxing and MMA in the sportsbook's nearly 7-year history. Think about that for a second. This fight generated more bets than some of the biggest matchups in combat sports. Whether fans were backing Tyson's legendary power or Paul's rising momentum, one thing is clear: everyone had something riding on this bout. With so much money in play, it's no wonder the fight has sparked endless debates. Were you on Team Tyson or Team Paul? And did your wallet come out a winner? Let us know. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button for more.